Hydrangeas are among the most breathtaking flowering shrubs you can grow, but many gardeners unknowingly sabotage their success before the plants even have a chance to thrive. If your hydrangeas seem weak, produce very few flowers, or never develop into the lush, colorful specimens you admire in magazines and garden tours, the problem may not be the plant itself. More often than not, it comes down to a few common planting mistakes. Just imagine two hydrangeas growing in the same climate. One looks sparse, tired, and disappointing, while the other is bursting with healthy foliage and spectacular blooms. The difference is rarely luck. It isn't some secret fertilizer or perfect weather condition. In most cases, the secret lies in how the plant was originally planted. Every season, gardeners make a handful of critical mistakes that can affect hydrangeas for years. Fortunately, these problems are easy to avoid once you know what to look for. By making a few simple adjustments during planting, you can help your hydrangeas establish quickly, grow vigorously, and reward you with stunning flowers year after year. In this video, we'll explore the 5 biggest hydrangea planting mistakes that gardeners make and, more importantly, how to avoid them. By the end, you'll know exactly what your hydrangeas need to flourish and produce the spectacular display you've always wanted. Be sure to stay until the very end because I'll also share several professional growing tips that experienced gardeners use to achieve larger plants, stronger growth, and more impressive blooms. 1. Planting hydrangeas in the wrong location. One of the most common reasons hydrangeas struggle is that they are planted in a location that simply doesn't meet their needs. While these shrubs are adaptable in some ways, they are surprisingly particular when it comes to light exposure. Many gardeners assume hydrangeas can thrive anywhere in the landscape, but the truth is that too much sun or too much shade can both create serious problems. When hydrangeas receive intense afternoon sunlight, especially during the hottest months of the year, their leaves can become scorched and stressed. Flowers may fade prematurely, petals can become damaged, and the entire plant may struggle to maintain adequate moisture levels. At the opposite extreme, planting hydrangeas in deep shade often results in weak growth and disappointing blooms. The stems may stretch toward available light, creating a leggy appearance, while flower production becomes sparse and inconsistent. The ideal location provides a balance between sunlight and protection. Most hydrangea varieties perform best when they receive several hours of gentle morning sun, followed by shade during the hotter afternoon hours. This combination encourages vigorous growth and abundant flowering while preventing excessive heat stress. Another mistake gardeners frequently make is planting hydrangeas directly beneath large trees. Although the filtered shade may seem beneficial, tree roots are often aggressive competitors. They absorb significant amounts of water and nutrients from the soil, leaving nearby hydrangeas struggling to obtain what they need. Likewise, placing hydrangeas in completely exposed locations without any protection from afternoon sun can lead to chronic stress and poor performance. To truly understand what hydrangeas prefer, it helps to consider where they naturally grow. In the wild, many hydrangea species are found along woodland edges where they receive dappled sunlight, consistent moisture, and shelter from harsh conditions. When you recreate those natural conditions in your own landscape, hydrangeas respond with healthier foliage, stronger stems, and dramatically improved flowering. 2. Digging the planting hole incorrectly. The second major mistake occurs before the plant even enters the ground. While digging a hole may seem straightforward, the size and shape of that hole play a crucial role in the future health of the shrub. Many gardeners dig holes that are too deep because they assume deeper planting provides better support. Unfortunately, this often creates more problems than it solves. When a hydrangea is planted too deeply, the crown of the plant, the area where the stems meet the roots, ends up buried below the surrounding soil level. This can reduce oxygen availability around the root system, encourage rot, and gradually weaken the plant over time. A hole that is too narrow can be equally problematic. Hydrangea roots naturally prefer to spread outward rather than downward. If they encounter compacted soil immediately outside a narrow planting hole, establishment may be slowed significantly. The best approach is to create a planting hole that is approximately twice as wide as the root ball, while remaining no deeper than the root ball itself. This wider planting area allows roots to expand naturally into the surrounding soil and establish more quickly. Proper hole preparation encourages stronger root development, improved water absorption, and greater long-term stability. Another important step that is often overlooked involves preparing the roots before planting. Hydrangeas grown in nursery containers frequently develop densely packed root systems. As the roots grow within the confines of the pot, they often begin circling around the edges instead of growing outward naturally. If these circling roots are planted exactly as they come from the container, they may continue growing in that pattern underground. Over time, this can limit the plant's ability to absorb water and nutrients efficiently. Before planting, carefully inspect the root ball. Gently loosen the outer roots with your fingers to encourage outward growth. If the roots are extremely compacted, making a few shallow vertical cuts around the root ball can help break the circling pattern and stimulate new root development. Although this step takes only a few extra minutes, it can dramatically improve establishment and long-term performance. It is one of the simplest yet most valuable things you can do for a newly planted hydrangea. Many gardeners skip this process because they are eager to finish planting, but experienced growers know that healthy roots are the foundation of a healthy shrub. Taking the time to prepare the root system properly can mean the difference between a hydrangea that merely survives and one that truly thrives for years to come. 3. Planting hydrangeas in poorly prepared soil. The third major mistake many gardeners make is overlooking the importance of soil preparation before planting. While hydrangeas are not particularly difficult plants to grow, they do perform best when their roots are placed in the right environment from the start. Too often, gardeners simply dig a hole and plant directly into whatever soil happens to be there. Unfortunately, this approach can create problems that affect the shrub for years. Heavy clay soil is one common challenge. Because clay drains slowly, excess water can remain trapped around the roots for extended periods. Over time, this lack of oxygen can weaken the root system and increase the risk of root rot. Sandy soil presents the opposite problem. Water moves through it so quickly that roots may struggle to stay adequately hydrated. Nutrients are often washed away before the plant can absorb them, leaving hydrangeas undernourished and stressed. For the healthiest growth, hydrangeas prefer soil that is loose, fertile, and rich in organic matter. Adding compost, aged manure, or leaf mold before planting dramatically improves soil structure. These amendments help retain moisture during dry periods while still allowing excess water to drain away efficiently. Soil pH is another factor that deserves attention. Many gardeners know that hydrangea flower color is influenced by soil acidity. In acidic soil, blooms often appear blue, while alkaline soil typically produces pink flowers. However, pH affects much more than color. It also influences how effectively the plant absorbs nutrients from the soil. Even when fertilizer is applied regularly, hydrangeas may struggle if the soil pH prevents proper nutrient uptake. Testing the soil before planting allows you to make any necessary adjustments and create the ideal conditions for long-term success. Since hydrangeas can live and bloom for decades, investing a little extra time in soil preparation pays enormous dividends in the future. 4. Watering incorrectly during the establishment period. The fourth mistake occurs after planting and involves one of the most important aspects of hydrangea care: watering. Hydrangeas have a strong reputation for loving moisture. In fact, their name is derived from words associated with water. Yet despite this preference, both excessive watering and insufficient watering can create serious problems. When newly planted hydrangeas are getting established, they need deep, consistent moisture to encourage strong root development. One of the most common mistakes is providing frequent, shallow watering. Although the soil surface may appear moist, shallow watering rarely penetrates deeply enough to reach the entire root zone. As a result, roots remain near the surface where they are more vulnerable to drought, heat, and environmental stress. At the other extreme, overwatering can be equally harmful. Constantly saturated soil limits oxygen around the roots and creates ideal conditions for root diseases and rot. The goal is to water thoroughly enough that moisture reaches deep into the soil profile. Depending on weather conditions and soil type, this typically means watering deeply once or twice per week, rather than applying small amounts every day. Mulching also plays a critical role during establishment. Many gardeners underestimate how valuable mulch can be. A layer of organic mulch around the base of the plant helps conserve moisture, regulate soil temperature, and reduce competition from weeds. Materials such as shredded bark, pine bark, compost, or leaf mulch work exceptionally well. A layer approximately 2 to 3 inches thick creates a more stable growing environment and significantly reduces water stress. Without mulch, soil temperatures fluctuate more dramatically and moisture evaporates much faster. Over time, this can place unnecessary stress on the plant and slow its development. When comparing thriving hydrangeas to struggling ones, proper mulching is often one of the hidden differences that separates success from disappointment. 5. Pruning at the wrong time of year. The fifth and perhaps most frustrating mistake involves pruning. Many gardeners trim their hydrangeas with the best intentions, hoping to encourage healthier growth or create a neater appearance. Unfortunately, pruning at the wrong time can remove flower buds and eliminate an entire season of blooms. The key challenge is that not all hydrangeas grow the same way. Some varieties produce flowers on old wood, meaning they develop flower buds during the previous growing season. Others bloom on new wood, producing flowers on fresh growth that emerges during the current year. Without understanding which type of hydrangea you own, it's very easy to make a costly mistake. For example, big leaf hydrangeas generally bloom on old wood. Their flower buds begin forming in late summer and remain on the stems throughout winter. If these plants are heavily pruned in fall or early spring, those flower buds are removed before they ever have the opportunity to bloom. Panicle hydrangeas and smooth hydrangeas behave differently. These varieties bloom on new wood and are generally much more tolerant of pruning. Problems arise when gardeners apply the same pruning method to every hydrangea in the landscape. Another common mistake is excessive pruning. Some people cut their shrubs back dramatically each year, believing it will encourage stronger growth. In reality, overly aggressive pruning often weakens the plant and reduces flowering potential. In most situations, hydrangeas require surprisingly little pruning. Removing dead wood, damaged stems, and branches that cross or rub against one another is often all that is needed. Learning the growth habit of your specific hydrangea variety is one of the most valuable things you can do. Once you understand when and how your plant produces flowers, pruning becomes simple and predictable, ensuring beautiful blooms year after year. Bonus tips from experienced hydrangea growers. Beyond the 5 major mistakes, experienced gardeners rely on several additional techniques that help hydrangeas perform at their absolute best. One valuable strategy is properly acclimating nursery-grown plants before transplanting them into the landscape. Hydrangeas purchased from garden centers are often grown under ideal conditions, with controlled watering, filtered sunlight, and protection from environmental stress. Moving them directly into a harsh outdoor environment can shock the plant. To prevent this, experienced gardeners gradually expose new hydrangeas to outdoor conditions over several days. This process, often called hardening off, allows the plant to adjust slowly to increased sunlight, wind, and temperature fluctuations. Another important consideration is planting time. Although hydrangeas can technically be planted throughout much of the growing season, the best results usually come from planting during early spring or early autumn. These periods offer cooler temperatures and reduced environmental stress, giving roots time to establish before extreme summer heat or winter cold arrives. Professional gardeners also pay close attention to root competition. Planting hydrangeas near large trees, dense shrubs, or aggressive root systems often creates hidden challenges underground. Nearby plants compete for water and nutrients, leaving hydrangeas with fewer resources for healthy growth. Choosing a location where roots have adequate space to expand freely can dramatically improve long-term performance. Deadheading is another practice that experienced gardeners approach carefully. Removing faded flowers can improve appearance and help direct energy back into the plant. However, cuts should always be made thoughtfully. Removing too much growth may accidentally eliminate developing buds intended for next year's blooms. Fertilizing habits also separate experienced gardeners from beginners. Rather than feeding plants continuously throughout the season, skilled growers understand the importance of timing. Applying high nitrogen fertilizer late in summer often stimulates tender new growth that may not harden properly before winter. Most experienced gardeners reduce or stop fertilization by midsummer, allowing plants to prepare naturally for dormancy and cold weather. Finally, winter protection can make an enormous difference, particularly for hydrangeas that bloom on old wood. Applying a thick layer of mulch around the base, insulating plants with burlap, or using fallen leaves as protection helps preserve developing flower buds during harsh weather. These simple measures often determine whether a hydrangea emerges in spring, covered with blooms or struggling to recover from winter damage. When you compare a struggling hydrangea with one that is covered in healthy foliage and vibrant flowers, the difference usually comes down to proper care rather than luck. Selecting the right planting location, preparing the soil carefully, digging the correct planting hole, watering appropriately, and pruning at the proper time all contribute to long-term success. Hydrangeas are not difficult plants, but they do have specific needs. Once those needs are understood and met, they reward gardeners with some of the most spectacular blooms found in any landscape. If your hydrangeas haven't been performing as well as you'd hoped, don't be discouraged. Nearly every gardener has made one or more of these mistakes at some point. The good news is that most of them can be corrected. Take a close look at your plants, identify any potential issues, and make adjustments where needed. With patience and proper care, you'll likely see dramatic improvements in growth, health, and flowering. If you found these tips useful, be sure to like the video, subscribe for more gardening advice, and share your own hydrangea growing experiences in the comments below. Until next time, happy gardening. And may your hydrangeas reward you with bigger, healthier, and more beautiful blooms every season.